Hi, it's me, Dr. Prasad Putila, with my classes on YouTube channel, My Intuition, Chemistry with Chemistry, and Learning Mathematics. It's a regular as well as entrance question classes for first PUC, 10 plus 1, or second PUC, 10 plus 2 students. If you share this information for to get the free classes to the students or their parents, it will be more useful for them. Or if your students watch all my videos completely and give your feedback to the comment box or to the WhatsApp number displayed in the screen. So this is particularly class number 9 of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Here we'll discuss the elimination reaction versus a substitution reaction. The continuation of previous class. Previous class we seen the beta elimination reaction. So beta elimination reaction with this particular molecule as example. Butane, which say 2-bromobutane, when it reacts with say hydroxyl containing molecule, say potassium hydroxide, alcoholic potassium hydroxide, on heating, we'll be getting an alkene product, and it follows the Zaitsev's rule. So how the Zaitsev rule is formed, that I explained. Okay, so here that is dehydrohalogenation reaction, or also known as beta elimination, because the beta hydrogen becomes the proton and it goes with hydroxyl ion. So the as a continuation of that nucleophilic substitution reaction, I said that it is a nucleophile. Whereas in elimination reaction, we won't treat it as a nucleophile. We call them as a base. Okay, so we won't use the word nucleophile as such. We have to treat it as a base if it is an elimination reaction. Whereas if it is substitution reaction, then the attacking molecule, we call it as a nucleophile. Okay, so here it acts as a base, not as a nucleophile. It will take the proton from the molecule once the carbocation is formed. Okay, and also this particular reaction, it is elimination reaction only. There are two types, E1 reaction and E2 reaction, like SN1 and SN2. So here it is E1 reaction because initially the carbocation is formed, then the proton is given to the hydroxyl group, or hydroxide group. Okay, so here the proton will be given to the hydroxide group, then the CH bond becomes converted into carbon double bond, even to satisfy or to nullify this positive charge. Okay, therefore we'll be getting corresponding 2-butene as well as water molecule, bromide ion. It will go with the potassium or sodium, which is the as a potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide if we use. Okay, so this is about beta elimination reaction. So elimination and substitution reaction, if you compare, it depends upon many factors like nature of the alkyl halide which we take for the reaction, strength and size of the base or the nucleophile, reaction conditions, what reaction condition we use, that also depends whether the given product will be a elimination product or substitution product. Okay, so nature of alkyl halide, if you say, a bulkier nucleophile will prefer to act as a base and abstract proton rather than approach a tetravalent carbon. Okay, so steric reasons, because of that, if the approaching a nucleophile, okay, or the base, okay, base or nucleophile, it is as the same molecule. Okay, again it depends, a strong nucleophile, a strong base, strong nucleophile, weak base, all those different differences are there. So here it is bulkier nucleophile and it is attacking the alkyl halide or haloalkane. Then this bulkier group, it finds difficult to reach to the carbon which is tetravalent, or the carbon which is connected to the halogen atom, or here bromine atom. Okay, therefore it can easily attack the proton or the H hydrogen present in the beta position. Okay, therefore usually it undergoes beta elimination reaction. Mm. Okay, so here the base, so it will attack the hydrogen, then CH bond breaks here as double bond, then Br molecule goes out. So here in this particular elimination reaction, it is not forming a carbocation as such, whereas it forms an intermediate will be formed, and further it releases the bromine. Therefore, we can say that in this elimination reaction, two molecules are participating in the rate determining step. Two molecules are participating. Therefore, we call it as E2 reaction. Okay. So even need to in detail I am not going, that is out of this uh, topic of interest. Okay, so this is due to steric reasons, and even vice versa. If steric reasons are not there, then say this is a smaller nucleophile. Okay, it can easily reach to the carbon containing the bromine. Therefore, the attack takes place. Therefore, it will be substitution reaction. Okay. Now, a primary alkyl halide, it will prefer SN2 reaction, that in detail we see in the previous class. And a secondary alkyl halide, RX represents alkyl halides, will prefer SN2 or elimination based on the strength of the base or the nucleophile. Whereas a tertiary alkyl halide will prefer SN1 or elimination depending upon the stability of carbocation or the most substituted alkene. So primary, secondary, tertiary. Okay, so second case, so that is secondary alkyl halide. If a strong nucleophile that act as weak base, it will promote SN2 reaction. Okay, if it is a weak base whereas a strong nucleophile, then it will go to SN2 reaction mechanism. Whereas if the nucleophile is strong base, a strong nucleophile is a strong base also, then it will promote the elimination reaction. Okay, so that's about the differences between elimination reaction and substitution reaction. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe my channel and support me. Once again, thank you very much. Have a nice day.